This is Coryon Redd and Mindy Brown. This is Battery Buzz Weekly, where we can share with you information about how to take care of your batteries. There's mobile world. More and more of what we do is based on having our cell phone or our tablet or our laptop ready to go when we're ready to go. So to start out with, just wanted to make sure if you guys can give me a ring in on chat if people are there and let me know that you're seeing us okay. And in the meantime, Mindy, you handle hundreds of phone calls every week, and there are a lot of common questions that people ask, like, what do I do when I get a new cell phone battery from Batteries for Less, or even from someplace else? But for us, it's, what do I do with that new cell phone battery? How do I make sure that it works right?
Well, cell phone batteries, they only come with a slight residual charge from the manufacturing process, so you want to charge your battery before you use it. I recommend 8 hours.
Okay, so why does it make a difference charging it? Why couldn't you just go to use it right away?
Because you'd be calling me saying, my battery only worked for 20 minutes. Because again, they don't come charged.
Yeah, and they can come charged, I guess, some of the time, but it really does vary.
It really does vary. You know, I put the batteries in phones all day long, brand new batteries. Some battery indicators say it's fully charged. Some say it needs a charge. So the battery indicator can give you a false reading when it's a brand new battery, so you want to charge it.
Your battery indicator, so that little thing on your phone that shows the number of bars, that could lie to you?
Mm-hmm. It's a true story.
It is. So what happens if you charge it for that first period of time, 8 hours, and it doesn't really work very well the next time? What should you do?
Well, you want to charge it again.
Yeah, I guess that's a simple answer. Or if it looks to be a problem, you can always call us. That's one of the things that we specialize in, is being a family-run business and really quality customer support to make sure that if you do have a problem, just call us at 800-300-9993, and Mindy or somebody else on our staff will take care of it. But sometimes lithium-ion batteries can fall asleep, which means they essentially can be dormant. So if you're storing a battery for a long time, for example, it may not work right when you go to use it again. What's that about?
Well, if you're storing a battery for a long period of time, it's best to actually give it a 50% charge before you store it. And it loses 5% probably every month that you're storing it, so don't be surprised if you store it for a year and you need to boost it up and give it a good 8-hour charge.
Okay, so the best thing for me to do there is take that battery and just put it next to my alkaline batteries in my freezer, right?
No. No. So lithium-ion batteries, they are very high dense. What's so great about them is that you can fit so much energy into such a little spot battery, and that makes them a little, it makes them, what's the word?
Testy?
Testy.
Yeah, so they have to be stored in a pretty much standard room temperature condition. You've got a range, but if you put your lithium-ion battery in the freezer, what will happen to it?
That's not a good idea. It'll damage the cells, and it probably won't work. Or
it'll kill it.
It will
kill it. There's a potential downside. So don't kill your battery. We did a blog post about that recently because we were talking about it and getting customer feedback that sometimes, for example, if you're on a ski lift using your cell phone, it's not going to work right. It could drain through the battery really quickly. So just having the exposure to that kind of cold temperature can immediately make a difference on your phone. So that's another thing. So overall, you tell people if they're going to buy a spare battery, what are the basics there?
So if you're planning on storing it, charge it to 50% and store it in a drawer in your house, a cool, dry place. And don't forget where you put it.
Like Tom Petty said, store in a cool, dry place. So the basics, going through that again, when you get a battery, your battery charger can lie to you.
Yes.
The battery may not charge right the first time through, but if you work to put it on for a full charge, it'll work most of the time. And what else about lithium-ion batteries? How should you just use your device day to day? Does it matter how often you charge it or how you charge it?
Yes, it does. You want to initially charge the battery. You don't want to charge the battery if it doesn't really need to be charged. You want to wait until it gets down to 10, 15%. Everybody has their comfort zone as to how low they'll let it go, but it's best to wait until before recharging.
Yeah. So lithium-ion batteries, because they're so dense in power, charging them up fully, the goal is to get them through your day or as much usage as you can get out of them. You can charge them up again. It won't really make that much of a difference, say if you go to half a charge. But what really makes a difference is if you go all the way dead on a lithium-ion battery, it doesn't like it. It can damage the battery over time.
Yes, yes, definitely don't let the battery go completely dead. It really can damage the cells.
Okay. So we just wanted to open it up. If anybody has any questions they've got about how to charge their batteries or how to take care of their devices, we open to that. This is the first installment of Battery Buzz Live, a weekly segment, and maybe getting more regular than that, where we can give you some tips about electronics, devices, things like that. So in the meantime, I know one of the things that we also get is there difference between how you take care of a cell phone battery versus, say, a laptop battery or a camera or something like that.
So it really comes down to the chemical makeup of the battery. If it's lithium ion, regardless of if it's your cell phone or your camera or laptop, if it's a lithium ion battery, it's, you take care of it like a lithium ion battery.
All right. Well, that brings us to 11:10, and I want to thank the people who have joined this on-air hangout. Again, this is Battery Buzz Live. My name is Coryon Redd.
My name is Mindy Brown.
And we are Batteries for Less. Thank you very much for joining us.